Anyway, I'm more job more about Adom TV. So, Brasso say de Adom Cassia as someone. Some coach you back my defective yana for prayer. I can't be more songs to do one. Who's papa be and not your day as someone. And some you do more continue say, Ghana penny and not Adom Kuford or the Atuga. Say, shall will be away at the best of month for office will be a new ma as an Uzusebapa. I'm a inuma abba na a bit announce so. Na Switzerland, my actually must say. Will be so be a battery and son of Nudum near Waisika Botany of Pepe and your watch $80 million at the sort of May as or council on Kubisri. If you are Papa, Achimansa, a bankruptcy penny, and a Nipa or two who was a war. Your council could you a dear home de Wapamon, a DNT and assassin see, I would even send Kumasas and Tecoto say, and accident Omunya in Moasem. I could see a no bro, you be ready to mop of day, a Nijidi, a Pisua, and Yasam Petua. Bidi Edna say, ample for the entry and ran now, Edicasi and Nakasa. Yen sem na sinansa na nefa na se malele rice mo papa e wodwa so a wotobia wudi atum sampa wudi mu biwa eguanu a asese bia anwe bi na wudie na ideal milk ene lip tomato paste on madama na ye hyen sem na se Ghana mampani na adodankwa ekufuado e de atodwa so wogidie mapa se dwumadie so nko a wono mu ahyehye a opeso de so amanfo asene ma wono ne bie wankasa wonwuma a wodi dwetiri episo no ebeboa papa na ebekoyie so na se dwumadie a what to the National Entrepreneurship and Innovation Plan. I would just say, Beboa, na extra man for quine, so more senate, can be also a safe to be anyway a change the crash of home. Na said media or pound to Manassi and Ghana and Penny for actually say, GD Wumpanya and Pitwa.
Our biggest challenge is how to find work for our young people. Too many young people in Ghana, in West Africa, in the African continent, do not have work to do because our economies are not growing and expanding at a sufficient rate to absorb them. So that is the biggest overarching consideration of ours. How we can grow our economies and expand our economies in such a way that we can generate jobs for all these young people. I don't have to tell you about the consequences of low growth and even if there's growth, there's jobless growth that we've seen in Africa in recent times. The consequences are there. We see it on the television stations around the world. These harrowing pictures, extremely distressful, nightmarish pictures of young Africans perishing in the Sahara and in the seas of the Mediterranean, trying to get into Europe, is directly linked to the absence of opportunity that there is so far now. So what you are talking about today when you're looking for a new basis of cooperation with Ghana, and a new strategy which is about attempting to enhance the competitiveness of Ghanaian enterprises, assisting in the process of diversification of our economies, I believe is cooperation which is headed in exactly the direction that we want our countries to go. We want this country to go into.
Ghana mampani na Dankwa Akufo-Addo ena yete ne nka no na yemfre no so na yenkonsem foforo mu a ama hodo eguso a wono edi kasobom sebe ya obi bia benya ne yonko ho mfaso mpanifo si humanisma minti ena atwe emienu na mbani susu a emia obi so obi abetri ansa na ohunudwom nti Ghana man na Switzerland man no abayemwa America dollar no opepe edu watwe $80 million se yemfa nkanya ye ho nyama hodo ba de adbedom ye no yemfa nsakre bia ni na ebo ne enu nyam mere munsa na yebeton no dwama nso a yaton asemde yi Adom kase de munchire mu to so.
My government in its first budget announced measures that enhance at attracting investment, domestic and foreign, into Ghana, as well as stimulating growth of the private sector. We have introduced a monetary policy that is stabilizing the currency and significantly reducing the cost of borrowing. and introduced a raft of tax measures which are bringing relief and encouraging business. These interventions are lowering the cost of doing business and shifting the focus of our economy from taxation to production.
Her Excellency Doris Lutard, and so Edibitua Sochre Nientia, one de Moise Emo My Ghana.
We are very, very pleased about what you already achieved in your country. You helped such a lot of people having a decent life. That's why we signed some minutes ago another cooperation program, which might help a lot of people investing here, opening their small own business, having also mechanisms, education, and a reliable administration. I'm very proud that we have among us also Swiss companies present here from various fields of our economy, covering energy, covering pharmaceutical industry, covering logistics, covering the finance system, and chocolate. What we've seen also yesterday and heard is a strong agriculture pillar here, with cocoa, with a lot of fruits, and I think here also Switzerland is already a good partner. We could this morning visit also a co-production of Swiss management quality and the wonderful Ghana mangoes and pineapples. That's exactly what the finance minister needs to have good results to fight against deficits, to have earnings, and what the president is prioritizing, having new jobs for a lot of young people who are today jobless.
Yanto aso na yenko yanimu a yekọ achimansa mansiri mu opue mantamu a asemwanwa bia si hu ye si obi anu ochirifo asempa ekodo na afi sokra no de ofuru duapa na epia no ntienim se road safety ambassador abanti a ono onyankwanhia na odi dam wo ho nti watosi no ho anase wafato no ho so se obebo nkwanhia ho dawura ma yakwanso aye dwojo ne kusekuse okoduru mentam no anase mansiri no so okodi nedwuma yesi aban kra chepani ho apam no na asem no adwumeda iseni wura nankasa se de sisi ya na dom kase de tools
Owura Gabi Adujemfi obi a National Road Safety for yi no se onye ambassador na ondi dwuma mbo ase de be ya ekwan so jojo nsem ebetumi akoso na be se bosume kakrani de one MTTU na afi road safety for eye ene se one wona okuta okada bekasa na wotu wonfo ama watumi atintim nkrata ebebo adwuma wono moye no na wonya wonfa hodie ewo oman yi mu enkra free acheman samansi mu wo pia mantemu abekansa ne se dwumadi a Owura Gabi hihye yesenka okwakoye no abanem sini owo ho nmunyamfo Paul Asamoah antina semenam sunti wapam no afri kro ni mu na ne nam sunti opanyini se ontene ho ase a wapam no afri kro mu ho no Adom kase ne Owura Gabi Adujemfi atwetwe nkomo ma wakirem akire
to na ye ko no enye ba ko fonti ne nam e buta ne se e be entete e de amana motofo mu na moto nkwanhia so mu wori na to betimi atwa enye ha nya tima sankwa ne be yakoba bi bebrebe aya entete ne de ama sabi nye se bia ne ye adebone ade na ye no National Road Safety Commission ama ye kwai DVLA ama ye kwai Police MTTD etayechi enu achi kura so no Ministry of Transport etayechi adien aye kwa local government ministry na no ewe se bibia be FCM bo regional minister mane regional minister ka say no menye program na offer no ebe aso ka so me nipa be buo no ma be program yes stop ye ko fine ko ya ma basa basa afi me ko midru menase abenase janse ye ka anya problem ne this ba ka try me say be men free this no be chimi atum na me there obechem say dia on chimi ye ha de kra ma ye bi ko ne dichisi ya nipa wuwa na wuwa ha the bia nipa wuwa o district ya as this city na we wa ha nipa wuwa ewo no hu ye nka ho asem ko ofo na ewo nipa na wudi o mo so mo na ewo ntini aba se be ja o mo kwaka kire se obechimi atum mi jama mpanifo
wono a wotwi motoni bia okọ adwumadi no ase ne nso amaso no enso ne Adom kase ekasae
okase o makwa mo nya se Ghana boy bi munso boa o ti pa ba do bi so to o so to aso ko e bi o ye ka nso ni
Intino, Yan was a dinner. Now, this is almost Emma, this in the Canada and because you have to man up in a Shimukin. So, no, quite in 2 minutes. Yeah, I the opening and yet my answer. The banners are the of Pansu, the high and tier on Tiasa, and dear lances,
just say, a human, yeah, and Tony, and say, why, yes, you said this is because, oh, my point, now you're promoting engagement, Mamma, my lance, man, on no account, Benana.
It's Yenny Abema Gabi, Edugem Fina, Yatana Kati watch, man, Sanchez, and any bread and the yet you would the OC team quadie, Tia by Cratch Perino, or also. Bia nyina so ben ana de mpokra ne si yentima ne tu sana mo yensaka penina de wombia ne de beto amoso na yenko ene yefutu akwa mama se enuema efa ho ne di ne nsuo ho de nimiru ne kura yenko mu ntomo mo ne nko hu ye pa ema ena ikura fie ma na tutu nyema nyina na ye pani kwankyerefo a wona da Ghana Water Company ano ene de futu mama asema wo kan ne nkyere mu pa ene se yemfa nto awso
Kwanchefo penye oda Ghana Water Company Limited ano Dr. Clifford Abdullah Ibrahima edi ato oman mu manim titiriu se won hwese obeboa ma oman hu nsu ahobambo hu nsem ebetumi adi mu odwumedie bia wonom yeye edi ma professional network of women in water and sanitation won kran ha no ena opanyini ekite mu se bambo ese nya ne nsuo ho no eya ade ehia na se ebetumi adi nkunim ewo saa okon no ho a ebehia se mmaade won ho baji mu bie.
Women will have to take very active interest, very serious interest in discussions on water and sanitation. Because when there are difficulties, half of the men, we sit back and ask the woman, like the children, how they play. Where is water? I want to bath. I want to take tea. So the women will have to ensure that the water is available. And so whatever that we do, if you don't get women to take serious participation in activities, we can't get anywhere. And also, if it is about paying water bills, I can tell you if the family puts that in the hands of the woman, every month she will remind the husband to get the money to pay for water because she knows how serious it is not to have water in there.
Dr. Beatrice Alamensa, our country relations officer, Edema World Bank, and Sonia Namanabo for Kasaye, a word median was. I can building capacity. Almost a better Ghana for any communities important no ada new may be at the achrom send ye beya obibia be hu say nsuo asem no ehu hia sanitation asem no ehu hia ye be Ghana ha bebre eni sebe bebia omuja omonan ahoti bebre and enye maye as a country no nti emai decide we esi omani so say omone government any development partners, any other civil society organizations, any emako ni the youth, the children, become one na omo ashe side juma we send beya Ghana ebeko nanim ewo water any sanitation ejuma edie no.
So ewo nso hu nsensem na Ghana Water Company adwumaku na nkasa de atodwa se ya na odi ho yawo si onipa pempempempem wo mamu a nsu efiri ni nsupa wono munya binom nsu a mpenifo de afa mfidie mu de nnura hodo asoso atka Yesu krogen a nipa behia bi e de adidwuma no eya na yesɛ ne kwa sa semi ni nyina so pa so ne sɛ
ebe is a 5.5 years ni ena nsu no I started say egu my report to several times say water installation for no mumbra no mumbehwe na omuntiminya omubaaye no mbetutu eho omututu ho no so ekọ 3 years ni obia nsi ode bia no ane se nsuo no ebutugu saa maka eso obia ama meye ho adwuma bia aha area taifa nyina edekọ amasama nyina pipe bia ni ba bia ndinka de ebugu kra no omon connect mam ye taifa fo kra nka omubenya sika bebrewum eba ndi ekọ no nyina egu kota no free sentina sisi Ghana government aban obai water and sanitation abomu no me free sisi ya no eso omomo mani ko the wasted water nsuo na etugu no eno bo aban kapapapa pese de nsuo na ebugu na se nsuo we abu for 5 years a office cast dodo say na aban bebo nti me every week bia me to nsuo 150 Ghana nti omo connect ma me nko ame ofia akra na metua sesika no e de ma aban a 150 a week, that means every month be an metofie in so 600. 600 times 5 years. Okay, it's Cassay, it's Cabibri. And this almost the Omon Pecrampa, Omama Miancasamen connected. Namin you soon and Famita Mebo, Namin Chiacamao.
Aho, and so now ye charayano, and so in the sauce no any. I'm in a that way, and Yamina Kumao. I'm in a cassia pa. Now, so shut baby a honor no as a honor corona. And this is a honor here, one of the sources are pipe no a pie. Now, it's a pipe and so a pie, a mupia and a baby. Eti, and so you know, and you concerning the sauce in the Natsine, a quaco good gata anymore. Now, so shut contain the Yassi Hansua, who say a bit rubber. So say a one papa, a tree, a was assassinating. And a yen sani bia, Ubadrima bia, Sir Obaba Hanwayanti, Papaya and a papai, and also no a treated water from Ghana Company, Ghana Water Company, and I knew Kukwa. Obiwa, a year Juma Ghana Water Company was so all monitoring, Naminim your monitor, or monitoring in the say, Nanya a Juma, dear son, and Yahan Malam. Areas, Swa, a free wage eba, far Bukosaya, and consider Bank Ghana. When you swear your two, a treated water, ye free Ghana Water Company, and a Buku Kosa, and yan for 5 solid years. And then ye from Ma Obi, na onye, private developer, na onye, na wanted to make country.
Yenyina we so na yentwe homra ye ba nsam dia ka che ne dos ne mum kai say lily rice ideal milk and a leaf tomato paste madam and dey numerica say ebrem Yamo akwa ba yento ansem ne so fama o abakra chepani a o oboase municipal assembly aja ona oboase kropon nyina wo hweso na de afutuo ma asukufo ne awofo se akonya aban akyekyere ede behwe o man mu nyame adoma bobosumi no no me emfa nynya fadi agro krasan so membia mputu safoa ene enwomasua na seyese be ma enkoda efi junior high school akosini high school free no nhyepa nti ye nyina ye na wa true ne baso a ye ni so mfaso ne bi
Wodi ato man mu adesuafo anim se ebra ban de ne megu akwan so di free senior high school ahyede no aba no womia wonani so obenya mfaso e wo free senior high school no so Sansemi etodwa e wo Steadfast Academy e wo Obuase on 14th annual graduation jumediase obro Obuase krosin ma hyebedwani na nka yeso kokasa nanso wantuminti omo owurare Margaret Owusu Mensa ekokasa ma no ose se aban e bomodin ahwese womesua ho nsem ebedi mu wo man mu a ebehia se adesuafo no ankasa befa na nibreso na wonya somfaso.
The theme for this occasion, which is raising a patriotic generation to manage Ghana's heritage, is not out of play. It has come at a time when the whole nation is earnestly yearning for a patriotic generation to hand over the nation's heritage to. The theme is not too different from this year's Constitutional Week celebration led by the NCC, which is restoring our Ghanaian values, the role of Ghanaian child.
Proprietors of that school no ano owurare Sintima Mankwa editu dwase ebehia ankrankran ne aban nyina modimbo sede ebeya botaye esi wonani so obeboa ma enwomasua akonkan wo man mu no etumi abemu.
Our vision is to raise godly leaders in all facets of national life. A generation that is intellectually dexterous in solving society's problems. To this end, Steadfast Academy is founded on 3 cardinal pillars, namely spiritual, moral, and academic excellence. These 3 pillars remain our watchword.
Yemfi woni yemfi ani nkyerɛ sɛ bodi MNC ne musuku nsensemi a yedi honorable Samson ahi abato mpesua so yese school for nkoda wo sam potem no kure ni nyamenim table ni nkonwa ombetena so asua de kura no ho asema ye den pa sɛ de dwonso ho ye den ama boa kokoro nti penifo a mo ankoda ne te wona kakapa keka wo moto a ache sɛ wo mu nsua hu mu asem ye de to awoso
Arehosem wo free service amensua abekansa ne say so okosa mensua DA primary school wo bodi mensi mu atoye mantemu a suku nkoda wonom wo ho no wonya nkonya ntena so nti obutubutu fom ena wonom suade ye na mane bofo Kwabena Dixon atuto mu ekopie kuro ne so ma woni suku nkoda no bi kasa ye ma arehosem a wode to ye nanim nie
akonya nti mo twira ade nti na mote fom nti ede na mo be kan kire school benefo
na ka tra mo fa mo fa konya teachers for community table kra amode book beto sa mark register nti esra etere bi kra ye bus school de bia esi school ade etere bi so ye bunko to dwan sane atwere nti esra ban se obebre nkonya ni table
nkondwa ye ba school ye tena form ne atwere one ye dan fo so tena form atwere ye free school ba dise fa nkondwa fufie na aba nti esra ban se omre nkondwa.
Assistant head teacher our school wo Owura Susuawu Francis enso fa akonya ne so de adesrade eto aban anim
mo transfer ye ba school mo ha no de ebe ne se ye ba beto ne se konje bia des bia ni school mo ha enkola no atoda omusua konja afri fie ekura na onsa na ombedu school kura bre kura no enyagoro atoda kura anya omunyina nso na enya konja no bi mpo ede ba atoda omuba omo ni bi no gise omubu kotodwe sa atweresa ma eha ma omo adesua kura no ntumi enkwanim ye mpanimfo no aye ho adwuma to anamo nso still ye nsanka konya
adehye ne omanfo bi a wono wasamensua kuro no mo ne na mane bofo kasa ye nso kire ohawo a wono mo efemu
awa ye school mu titru se share high ni se omo si school dan amaye afimiansa ni ya nanti okonya asam ho a ye nya konya makoda no teachers mu nsu konya omo atina su atrade nso ye ni bi nti ya ko education office ya ko DC ho omo promises omo mai nanso still yes anka nti ye pese abaya de omoe na omo mai konya ama teachers mu betumi aye adwuma makora no omo betumi aha omo
de ya wa ha kase pa anka no school ni yatin 2000 mo since 2000 no mo de nkonya bleye no eno no ya fa konya bi mai since school ni nyini wo population be 250 konya 15 pa na ewo no school ma nti ama nkwala no ya ba school mu ase a na mo de da form e bi mo de form na ya matres na mo da so tworo nti ama aha ya mpa
enti konya ni ho nti yenhwe na yempe konya ne bi mfama school for no se de etie no honorable Samson ahiwe de wada ma bomodin a wo de oto konya na me amba ba giako why yento akase bo no so na ohene a wo abesi adonten ewo la divisional area ena wode ensem bi tudwa se wire finance akofa yenchi na wire fu krom hena ben so a wira wadwabo ase ne yamamere no ase atoto na ase ama ne yira kwata nso kobasa yaso be hyepa mere bi atwa mu njiri makora ma mehu sem bia ne wo amane ne amamere bi ewo ho nti ade a wo se me ani ko ho ne yekura mu ye ne bi mo ba beto se de beto ye no
watoto asre oman mu mpanyinfo ne Ghanafo nyinara sɛ yemma amamre ho nsɛm hia esiane sɛ no na bua ma oman puntuo ekoso sade sredie yi ohene owo abese adonten la divisional area won kran ha his divisional highness ni kwade okrompon odikan ene ode tudwa wadansɛm yedi wobra no ya amane dia power free mu yam festival fashion ho ntoma won kran ha
yam festival sɛ mwanya eha oman no na ha oman no pe na aha oman ba no nti mpanyimfo no tena se hu se titi amamra ye a adru ba bi a ya twa so no ha nyama bebre ekukum nipa ye nkoso wo no aman no nti wo se ye koyechi sankofa na ye ne ti se de titifo ye na ye hwe se bibia bekoso jojo aman ye na de epie am ho no se development oman no nkoso eni ayahosiesie a ebeboa ma oman atompon eni odo a edibre oman no efise kro bia so no wo ho oman bia wo ho na onni amamre bia oya yenhu sa man no bebiofri na yenhu ni tibia na ye amamre ayeye enu na ma ye hu se lafo omo wa ha sei lafo omo ti sei omo ti sei
ni kwade okropon di kan ekoso church ni wono aya wode be ya ma fashion no atumi akonkan e wa afim
nkoso a beka say wo mu no say unnim say ye ubedru the coastal areas now the indigenous no family clan houses no eye titititi fie na titititi fie no eya wono mu an fa niam bia ntutu ye no an say ye sori a ya sisi fie no nti fie no da ho gbaja adware enim ajanan bia enim baby say mutimu a ahokyere ba ya bomodian say ye besiesie fie no say de be ya fie bia ye clan house bia wo abesi adonten krom ha no ye benya adware papa bi wo mu ye benya ajana ya bomodian wo sa akwa no so na titi no krom ha say wo ba ha na car to me fa kro no mu ekopie market ho no mu but ya twi ya sisi niama dia asisa akwa no ntise bibi ajakra to afie bi mu a fire service kra nya kwan embemu ba sese matumi ni mpanyefo no nyina kasama omu siesie omu fie no na omu twiko ekire se de be ya tete kwan na eda kro no mu no ebetumi ada ho ye se de be ya yenya fire outbreak fire service betumi aba kro no mu
Abraham yen rapom de mu na yeni apom de ho nkomo won kwan wade ama me ne wansa so unim se na efriade kofa ginseng capsules emema dure wodwa so sese ubowura herbal shop anase drug store bia na wo de o se ope kofa ginseng capsules amodi wo mpa de mama no ma no so hwe na nkoyi a so mo nyakwa to bi koma be ma no so hu na endpoint mu party clinic enso so ebesa yade yemfa pane yemfa duro ye yinkonya bi wo widie no mu a bo se mimiansa no na ho aba o se ya from heaven perfume insecticide spray kum tonton pa ene mbo bia kase eninimu upebi ewo ofia o wasomdwe on madama yenkwa pomde mu ya mo akwa ba yento aso na etore bia na akwakọ ebibia ho na wim se yenyumaku akese bi na aso yasene kofa heba endpoint with party clinic na heaven perfume insecticide spray omen apomde adwumaku nso wapa afidie foforo bi ho ntoma wim se nsama wako ho otimi hye nipa ho che wo bowa to se esa be fo ne tom se akoya dos ade so na yare ne kunu nsama wana nti ene afidie sonko a etwa nipadua no mu mfoni x-ray machine a wapa ho ntoma ne mu nsem ene dwumadi na se na dum kase ho nti ele to aso
Amansan Fekuya International Union Against Tuberculosis and Lung Diseases edi dwumason bi a wode bata 20th African Union Conference ho a okasa for manfo apomdi ho adwumadie no wagina so edi ada emfidie bi a ebo nipa yi edi titiri no no TB no bi edi ewo nkran ha nebra wo ya amane bia no na Dr. Nicholas Ajabo a wo Deputy Director of Share Clinical Engineering so edi tudwa ne namsunti a efidie tesa wonom de aba ene mmoa ebeboa ayarefo
we mfidie bi a abrofo no mu ye friend say x-ray machines ye de hwehwe nimpadua ne mu ehu se yare bi wo mu anan ne ye de abai eye ne ye de hwehwe se obi enya yare na ye friend no TB ne ya hwe hu se obi enya sa yare ne bia ne hwehwe nda fom ena yen hu so a saa nipa no obowa na otopete ewum nti wo a wo behome saa emoa ne bi no won so wo benya saa yade ne bi nti yen hu hia se ye benya mfidie bi a obi a owo bi no ye behu ne ntem na ya so saa yade na no eno ena beboa ye ma yetimi asi yade no ekwan nti nia aban eye ni se saa mfidie wei ye hu se ye de ka mfidie a ye wa ye de hwehwe yare ne mu a ebeboa me ye hu enkrofo a omowo TB no ententem na yetimi ama wondro
Yemfa pomne no ensi na fe yemungura edwadie mu out insecticide spray unim se fena manfo de amane so ya boa fa sanse mo ane ntimi ne kra boa no enya fa ne hwena no pe na okwakwakwaku emfa ho ne sede na so odin ana so prefer e wo fie ho ntafre no ne entontom ne ho keka ho no eno da nchi Freddy's corner phone papa ne ho accessories afi laptops nyina nyimako wa wotu dodo ne wa auto baako no Freddy's corner ne account e de ama na kra advanced Ghana savings and loans baby e de bosia botata we mfa ho ne se woni account ho ye de se bosia na e ne guso ne e ba yengura dwediem na yini mu nkomo dwediem na ene ukoduru bron ene afomanta mu a hwehwemu adene de se ade baako ma mabunu emura ye kwayo anase po kon no kra so be kwa ene se nsase ho asem na e den pa ante ne abakra chepeni ono no wota no no e de srede atompanifo anim se bitimi anananom hemfo we de omo nsem enwogo so ahu bansase ho asem na no ne mamrante wa na e opepa so be kwa na sebe enkwan e da eta no esebinum
ade baako ato adwase esi mabunu kwan a wontumi mfa won ho nhye adwuma mu bono afompate mu ene nsase a wonya emfa nye kwadwuma ese kopie mu ho a mabunu dodo no na aye krade so no be ye kwadwuma a enam so nti obetumi aba won bra nanso nsase ho nsem yade a aye din ama wonum we amanana Jemfi Charles a 2016 yeyi ni best farmer e wotano north wobuno afomante mu de ni atomu bi esre na nanom ene empanyinfo e wa ban mu sense ase a mebunu behia so de beye adwuma no wonhwe se obetumi ama won bi
ye besre ye befa kwanya we so asre na nanom a omukita nsase se omukita nsase no omuntimi emoa na emabunu no enya adwuma nye obi ya obabunu opa asase ye adwuma onya bi nananom de asase na maskafo no ma gya asase no bi 1000 acres 1005 acres say ode beye project bi ogya asase na no de ato no ye lease ato so na asase na kodin dia ababunu bi wo opa asase ne bi ado anya ho mfaso onya edi be se nananom say omuma asase no omumfa ma individuals no mante na wokrom na se even se na namba ye no yamia nkekura na ye fa asase ma wo mo na mnante ne nya na yamia nke na fa emeto akunwa no na fa nko mnante no mnante no problem obi san so nkodo fufa yi wose na asase won ye be sere aban se ontimi ne hemfo no nkasa no no aban na han asase na so obeto nsase no kese nto no nchichema mnante no
Adom kase ne owura kwabena karakari a woye kasamafo de ma mebu na ono mpatemu wo ekasa e wodwuma wodi ye no ase ma opanyini nso kire wona hobo a waye so bewura kokokuyayem
ansa na obe start se ubeye kuya no ya de a eden se bi ne se de na ka asasem ene ya de na odisika ebewuram ansa na obeye akwa animu no sika nka ho a wuntime enye nko echiri ano de me ya mesusu saa pa se e wo se wotimi bo eboa akuyafo eso omo asene ema koko ni dua no ekoso ema na ye yenya koko dodo ewo Ghana
yenyina we so na yemfa agudie mu nsem emra ne Kumasi Asante Kotoko amare ho akanga na adehye ni mpo wiase nyina wo mo anije bobo ho no rankonhye sia ibako afemu ahwere ne nkwa na foforo prepare na mpaibo ne sei obi a esrede ma Asante Kotoko sabe de babies amano the fire lady oya krado or the latest ewo accident ne ho issues no eto also
Mama biara kwa badeba agukensie so na chocho ti kasapre kwa Lomo Bitters Cowbell Coffee boafo hebo se male pokpa basoe GTP new style and ashemi atari and perfect such as so aboame astiche na kama ede ashemi and amede ensem no ebrewo ene yanti asem de yekoda no na ensema na aba no na mobo na reho papa krobia metema Kumasi Asante Kotoko Womo ebesi akan ewo krom ha na nsem esi ye no na te se womo enam kwan so kɔ no akwanhia womo ekohia ye no emu nsem ebebre ye de abramo efiti ahomachen ebepem eye nwumre na eye honorable minister of youth and sports eye Isaac Esiama woko ekopiem wo ho na wokopiem ewo Comfort Noche teaching hospital ho no nsem a odi tudwa wo se eye aban no ebebɔ modern afa ekadodo a aba abeto eye Kumasi Asante Kotoko no. I'm
told and I've improved, and the regional minister came here and we spoke in the morning. He came here with the deputy regional minister, also on behalf of the president, to sympathize and empathize with the situation here. I've also come, and when the regional minister came, I'm told he made a donation of 10,000 Ghana cedis. We are still waiting for a full report of the incident. And then as a ministry, as government, we will know what to do to support Kumasi Asante Kotoko. We are going to take care of all the medical bills, everything. Government is going to take care of all the bills. We are also going to have a package for the team. That will be discussed together with the management of the team. I've come here with additional 10,000 support to the team. It's a whole lot. When I met Gaka, we discussed a whole lot of issues considering their welfare, considering how we could promote domestic league, we could promote the local league. The issue that came up strongly was about their bus arrangement, how they travel arrangement, how we could make their travels secure, we could make their travels more comfortable. So we discussed it, and I've even written a letter to the CEO of State Transport Company, Nana Komia, for us to have an arrangement, a special arrangement for our clubs in terms of their movements locally, their internal movement, their internal league. So there's a process in place to ensure that we have decent buses, comfortable, secured buses for our teams, so that their travel arrangement will be safer, secured, will be comfortable for the local teams. I was even discussing with the Gaka chairman, Mr. Kudufiano, when we were coming. So very soon we're going to have very decent buses for their movements locally, for the league. That discussion has already taken place. I've written a letter to that effect. Nana Kumia has spoken to me. We have spoken at length. So we are going to have that arrangement for the team. We are also going to offer some courses for their drivers, drivers of our teams, how to be.
I buy and ura Penny Ede Atujano na Gaka chairman Ura Kujofiano eswe kopiem wo ho na ono ede ensembi atujwa watchere se mobo areho na so wo nyina no esan se won no epenyi a woda Ghana League Club no anu ni nyina ntimo ade a wo nyina ebe support ama bibia konkan na wo ma support se obia eho beto no na league ne de Krobia Kumasi Asante Kotoko any house of folk kan na otwi kwasi ada na nka wo de hihye so baba nyara sports stadium enya maso indefinitely na wo ede ahye atese wo ma postpone kra enye sisia je se wo eho to mo na mo no other matches no ebebaso.
Even the drivers of the other clubs also feel traveling just maybe within 72 hours, because some matches are supposed to be played on Saturday. So it means that these clubs will be traveling within 48 hours after this major accident. So we are pleading that if they could give us this weekend so that we can recover psychologically and continue with the competition. It had eaten into our coffers. So now we also travel in the night. That's why we also travel immediately after the game against Boga Stars in Tamale. The only other thing we do is, because of the highway robberies, we travel with armed policemen at our cost. Because today is road accidents. The next time it could be highway robbery. What are we also doing to curb that? Because if in these very trying moments that we don't have sponsorship for the league, an overnight stay of a contingent of 30 is over, depending on your choice, but averagely we're talking about 8,000 Ghana cedis. I'm talking averagely 8,000 Ghana cedis overnight. And in the case of High Road, we travel to Tamale to win. after all these costs, the fuel, transportation, and all these things, you're supposed to pay bonus. So we are putting so much and getting back very little.
Multimedia Group Limited, Yansoso, yes, say, Yakamoho, Ewa Himu, Krobia, Kumase, Asante Kotoko. Nanayre Papebi Mavis Amano. Membo Wati, the son said, Nanayre, Cramponum, Auntie Rebecca, was in a boom for ye, to our tenture, Buffusing. Short, see, Casaprequa Lomo Bitters, Cowbell Coffee, Waffle Herbal, I say Marley, book back, Basue. GTP New Style, and I was sharing to my coming. Name no perfect stitches. I know any palm, what my month, so the number is 0261454921. Me patron me director, Sarah Opare Poppy. You are not down for any better, a better, a to bigger. And run and I would do birthday, was Sabri, will share me, sans and I already. Me the move for. Now if I show Sergio Manucho Poppy, one and a producer, me mamma day and some nebrel, me do be ours.
Enyina we so na yemfa kase ni nyina nsi midi na na say ampofo je na o chia me am akoda kwa the lead production team na chese director papa Sarah Pare na mene no ho rukaya na nofo eneja wonu mo hwe sound kama na baba wa titi akoko ya friend Sandra so track camera kumbagia